It doesn't make a difference who it is. Anybody out there that's putting information out, at least they're doing something. They're putting information out into the world that they feel is appropriate and can help people. I don't care whether you even think that they somehow have an ulterior motive. Here's the point. The point is, what are you doing? What are you doing? What you're doing is you're writing to somebody to nitpick about something instead of actually doing something that is effective in helping people to understand that we're enslaved. I mean, you look at the actual situation, folks. There's slavery operating on the earth. You're in it. You're ensconced in it. It is affecting you. You are not separate from it. And what you want to do is go and attack one of the other people who are being kept in this same state of slavery? They have us all in a cage. And you want to go and attack the other prisoners instead of actually work toward real liberation. And this is why I need to separate myself and take a step back and refocus my efforts. Not redouble them, but just refocus them. I need to take a step back because I have to ask myself, what kind of an effect is what I'm doing really, truly having? If this is where people's mindset still is, what effect is anything that anybody's putting out there really having? And my answer is not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Their minds are still wholly owned, and the owners have them where they want them. It doesn't have to be like that, but that's what they're choosing for some strange reason. Let me get back into some of the things I write to people, and it's vitriolic. It's bitter. It's nasty. I'm not telling you that I'm always a very nice person. I never made the statement I was always a very nice person. I could be crude to people. That doesn't mean I don't understand the non-aggression principle. That doesn't mean that I don't understand true freedom. Okay? It means people can still piss me off and make me think, my God, we are totally and utterly doomed if this is the quality of people that's even remotely interested in any of these things. We are doomed if that's the case. And again, I want to go later in the show, I want to reiterate why I even do any of this. Because again, for anybody who's just starting to listen or has been listening, and you think I do this because I like people, that I want to say, quote unquote, save people, please, I'm not anybody's savior, okay? I don't even like people, to be honest. I do not really like people. I want to be left alone. That's why really what the goal I want out of this all. Okay? I want people to understand the non-aggression principle and the principles of self-defense. I want them to understand what true freedom is. I want them to understand what rights are and what rights are not. And I want to be left alone. And I want them to leave other people alone if they want to be left alone. I'm not in this for a popularity contest. I don't want to be liked. I don't want new friends. I don't want any new friends. I don't want you to like me. I don't care if you like me. All I want you to do is understand the information on your own. Go through it on your own. Make of what you will of it and then go do something with it. And you don't need to take it from me. It's not because it is me. Okay? You can go take it from somebody else. I don't care how you acquire it. Understand what's real. Stop believing in fantasy like authority and government. And stop advocating for human slavery by the continuation of those belief systems. That's all I care about. And I'm doing this not to serve people, but to serve truth. I've said that repeatedly. I don't even like people. Okay? I'm being totally and completely honest about this. I want to be left alone as much as possible. That's what the non-aggression principle is about. Leaving other people alone. That's the number one human right, is to be left alone. So I want to go back to the things I tell people in this vitriolic, bitter speech. It's bitter. I'm bitter about even having to do this. I'm bitter that this is what my life has become. This is what I'm doing because there's a responsibility to do it, and I'm fulfilling that responsibility. That's it. I know it's right. I do it because it's right. And don't tell me I can't choose to be bitter about that, because I want my life to be something better than what it is right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not wrong for wanting not to have to do this here while I'm alive here on earth. Don't tell me that makes me any kind of a bad person because I don't want to teach ignoramuses what I already know. I don't want to do this. People say, well, why do you keep doing it? Because I have a responsibility. Because there's ignorant people. They're going to create total chaos in the world unless somehow their mind is taken out of the absolute garbage sewage state that it is in and brought up to a higher level of awareness and consciousness. Do I have to like that job? No. I'm cleaning out the sewers, folks. That's my job. I clean the sewers of the world, along with many other people who do work like this. We are drudging up all of the garbage that has accumulated in the mass psyche of humanity, trying to somehow clean it out. That's what we are. We are garbage people. We are garbage haulers, you could look at it as. I told people it's like being a waiter, serving something to somebody, and you're waiting, as in you're staying there waiting for them to catch up, waiting for them to take this into themselves so that they are as filled with the knowledge as other people have become, as very few other people have become. And that involves waiting a long time. That doesn't mean I'm their servant. I happen to be a waiter, like a waiter in a restaurant. It's a very appropriate name in green language terms, because you're handing something to somebody that came from elsewhere, okay? That truth is actually putting the information on the plate. Then I'm taking it and saying, here it is. Take a look. Here it is. Here it's arranged like this. Take it into yourself. And I'm sitting there waiting for them to catch up, to be full with the knowledge. So the term waiter is very appropriate for what this job is about. And I would also look at it as sanitation. I work in sanitation now. Mental, emotional, and spiritual sanitation. So how many people really would think that that's something that people would so love to do? No, but is it necessary? It's necessary. Is it a responsibility? It's a responsibility.